I might have to move myself around on the screen and see, and just to once it gets in and see. But yeah, I had no idea that this would be where we are. So we'll just stick with high. We're gonna, because we're doing this for stream, we're gonna turn it up, not all the, oh god, not all the way. Okay, there we go. Just because I don't know how dark it's gonna be. Like things like, I try to keep it turned up a little bit more, like in Witcher and things, because it does get very, very dark, especially for you guys watching. So we're gonna keep it up a little bit higher than typically it would be. Okay. So, let's see what this is all about. Alright, this demo features the first 12 sectors and is based on an in-development build. Today we embark on a mission. Oh, okay, so need to read. There's no vocals. Chief of Security Tuvok is undercover aboard that ship. Haven't received communication in him for over a week. It's the first episode of Voyager. Look at that. The Badlands are treacherous. I can only hope he's safe. Starship to prepare for launch and a crew to assemble. Is that I don't know, other than looking at what little clips there were, this type of game. We'll see what we're gonna get into. Gentlemen, welcome to Voyager. Ensign Kim, you're fresh from the academy, ready for your first deep space assignment. Be lots of reading. Reporting for duty. It's an honor to be here. Hope I live up to your expectations. Oh look, it's good. Now you can take a break from watching Star Trek? Right, exactly. Me and Star Trek in one screen. There you go. Trust you've already met Tom Paris, our esteemed observer. A former Maquis pilot who will help us search the Badlands for the Maquis vessel. All due respect, ma'am. Observer is hardly a title befitting my talents. The best damn pilot in the sector. Pilot extraordinaire. There are a lot of stories about the Maquis. Only with them for a few weeks before I was captured and sent to the lovely little penal colony in New Zealand. I mean, heck, if you're gonna have a penal colony, New Zealand's a place to go. Oh no, prison, how horrible. All hands, this is the captain. Report to your stations. Helm, take us into the Badlands. Maximum warp. You're surprised I don't play Star Trek Online? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. There's a weird barrier in my own head with things that they belong in certain elements of entertainment. Like, Star Trek is a show, is movies, it's like, I get how some people have that desire to interact with that world and be in that. But for me, it's like, this belongs in this box of this type of entertainment genre, and other things belong in other boxes. So it's like, it never overflowed into gaming territory. It's a weird thing that my brain does. It's like there are boxes and there are lines, and I'm slowly expanding out of that. But that's the way that my head works on things like that. I think a part of that comes from knowing how much when you cross into different types of media and entertainment, you lose something about it. And I mean, the biggest example is books to movies or books to shows. And obviously that's more difficult to do anyway. When you have something that's already a visual entertainment source, it's easier to transition into something like this and make it interactive. But I don't know. It's just a thing. All right. Treacherous region of space where violent plasma storms can cripple even the most advanced starships. Captain Janeway observes the swirling chaos from the view screen, a subtle smile playing on her lips. She's ready for the challenge. Scanners are picking up no other vessels in the system, Captain. It's time to shine, Mr. Paris. Any idea where your former colleagues might be hiding? Where's her cup of coffee? Wasn't exactly Marquis of the Year, Captain. But they did prefer underground bases, remote planets, and... I don't mean to interrupt, but I'm reading coherent tetraionic beam scanning us, and a displacement wave heading towards us. Incoming. A colossal wave of turbulent energy surges towards Voyager, power dwarfing anything like the crew has ever seen. There's no time to analyze the threat. Emergency measures are initiated. Red alert. Helm invasive maneuvers. No effect. Wave will intercept in 5 seconds. Brace for impact. It's like, here's a better example. The difference between reading a book and having a graphic novel. And there's been books that are made into graphic novels that it does not translate well for me. So that's kind of a better example, I think. As the crew regains consciousness, they find their bridge in total devastation. Twisted metal, sparking consoles, and injured crewmates paint a grim picture. Damage report. Major hull and deck damage, transporters are offline, and we'll see casualty reports. Doctor, we've got injured crew on the bridge. No doctor. We're losing systems across multiple decks. Deuterium tanks are empty, warp core is gone, gray mode. We're on reserves. Scan for the nearest source of deuterium. External sensors are offline because of course they are. Stellar cartography is down. Voyager's blind. Alright. Welcome to the tutorial. There we go. Click on the question mark icon on the left side of the screen to revisit any of the tutorial screens. Will not pop up during gameplay. We'll check on the list. Okay. Okay. Activate room. There we go. To activate the stellar cartography, in the lower left part of the ship, open up its menu by selecting the room and switching to the power supply. Okay. Nice. Alright. Okay. Switch on. There we go. Sensors are picking up something out there, but... what Harry's trying to stammer is we're not in the Badlands anymore. What is that thing? Where are we? I'm kind of wondering, like, curious what kind of voice acting they're gonna get for this. Like, if they are gonna put in voices or if it's just gonna be visual. If our sensors are working, we jumped over 70,000 light years into the Delta Quadrant. Life support systems are failing. The array will have to wait. Mr. Paris, take the helm. Find us a deuterium source. Deuterium source. Deuterium. Scan points of interest marked with white question marks to reveal sources. Resources. Okay. 2 cycles away, 1 cycle away. He'll probably get South African actors to all voice it. Let's see. Class G planet. Uranium. Debris field. There we go. Okay. System map navigation. Time passes in the form of cycles. When visiting points of interest, choose between different approaches with different risks and outcomes. Okay. Excellent is dark green. Yellow, minor setbacks. Red outcomes provide low rewards, and medium to major setbacks. So that's where we send the red shirts, right? Horse Irish accent. Or was it Welsh? Which one are we talking about? Okay. Set course. Okay. Use the tractor beam to try to clump up the debris for easier collection. Everything else is broken, but we have a tractor beam? Hey, Sully, how are you? Good to see you again. Welcome in. Welcome in. So, oh, I never watched it. Yeah. Never watched that one. We avoided that one like the plague. This is the demo. This is still the demo TV. Yes, I'm doing very good. Doing very good. Enjoying the 1-year celebration of doing this for you guys. So just running with a variety of things today. So I'm doing really good. I'm glad to see that you're well as well. Well as well? Yeah. Sure. It doesn't quite double it. Let's try it, because why not? Beautiful. They are kind to us in the beginning, I'm sure. How dare I get you excited about this game? That's my job, to get you excited about this game. We can now deactivate gray mode. Ready to increase warp core output. Okay, yeah, depending on the rectangle, but more is required. Higher tier. Okay. Main engineering. Status locked. Okay. Energy levels are returning to normal, Captain. Sorry, I don't do voices. Now what about this thing, this array? Can't tell, Captain, but our scanners detected a Maquis vessel next to it. We'll scan for life signs, because that's what you do first. Of course, Harry's still an ensign. Yeah, this is the first episode. You're basically playing the first episode of the show. Apparently. There's no one on board. Scan the array. Several life forms on board. See, wouldn't you scan, like, if you're scanning the vessel that's right next to the array, just scan the whole thing. Efficiency. Is one of them Vulcan? Not sure, Captain. The signals are weak. We'll just have to see for ourselves. I want the transporter room repaired and ready. Mr. Paris, get us to a uranium deposit. We know where one of those is at. If you can, you're gonna promote Harry, and then turn him back into an Essen for messing your coffee up. Yeah, I mean, I've got the perfect coffee mug for this game. Assume you can't talk the caretaker into sending you back. It would be a very short game, right? Exactly. Okay. Apparently we don't have any options. We're just gonna safely search. Station's already been looted. Salvaged a few resources. I somehow doubt that we have all we need. Again, that would make it, engineering standing by to repair the transporter. There we go. Repairing. Okay. Apparently it takes some time. What do we have here? Food. No production in process. Food is served in the mess hall. Batteries. Energy. Dilithium. Science points. Bio-neuro gel packs. Borg nanites. And we know we know what's going to be coming. Okay. So apparently we just had to click on it again. Got it. Things that it doesn't tell you. Mr. Paris, set course for the array. It's time we got some answers. Alright. Need to get used to half instruction. It's riddled with it. Give it a second to do its thing. If it doesn't do its thing, start pushing buttons. Alright. You learned recently that an old Voyager game had a DLC that was a full 3D model of the ship that you could walk in. Nice. Ensign Kim and Mr. Paris, get ready for your first away mission. I only my schematics that I've got back there on the shelf. I've only got the D and the original series Enterprise. Wonder if I could find more schematics for that. Hello, Cozy Survivalist. Hello, how are you? It is good to see you. Alright, away missions present a series of challenges. Heroes. They're heroes now. They're not just crew. They're heroes. Possess skills and traits. Select heroes with matching skills. Okay. Look, we kind of only have 2 at the moment. Quick-witted and a pilot. Okay. It doesn't tell us really what these are. This is going to be medical, science, engineering. Would be my guesses on those. Decide on the approach and select the hero to complete the challenge with the appropriate skill. If the skill is lower than the requirement, the success chance is displayed. Okay. I should be wearing. Where is it? Where is it? Here we go. Should have thought about this beforehand. It's on the wrong side. There we go. Now we're set. I need the replica one that actually makes the noise. This is just the pin, but. Captain, we seem to have materialized in the middle of a cornfield. This place is eerily similar to Earth, but something's off. Any suggestions what to do next? Look for any footprints or special noises. Scan for life signs or strange energy signatures. Sure. Okay, so right now it's not giving you an option, really. Okay, good. You have a 24th century combat badge on your coat. Alright. Though there are no footprints, Tom and Harry notice a subtle disturbance in the corn stalks, suggesting a path. Following the signs, they soon find a farm with people working in the fields. Oh, so you don't get to do both. Okay. Or maybe you do. I don't know. An old man sits on the porch of a nearby farmhouse, strumming a banjo. Strumming on the old banjo. After a challenge, the participating team members are fatigued, and their skill values are reduced. Plan ahead accordingly. He's fatigued, looking for footprints. Okay, so these are choices. It's not a do this and do this. It's choices. Okay, got it. All right. 25th century. Yeah, right. Get it right. Okay. Argue with facts that this can't be a farm on Earth and you want to know what's going on. Read his body language for any clues. Yeah, this kind of fits his personality. He's gonna just straight up argue that, you know, this can't be Earth. What's going on? Sure. Tom and Harry, oh, they're okay, they're arguing with each other. That also fits. That also fits. Your brain cell is knackered. It's all crippled up and in a wheelchair. Oh, you poor thing. You do need a break. Sit down, have a cuppa. Should. Sit back. Watch Star Trek. Tom and Harry argue this can't be Earth, pointing out inconsistencies in the plants and animals. The old man remains evasive. They sense the other humans and the farm itself are not real. The old man, however, seems to be the only thing that's genuine. He's confused why Tom and Harry are early and it's not their turn yet. He invites them to stay on the farm, offering them some fresh corn cobs. Just, here's a raw fresh corn cob. You can select more than one hero for a challenge if they possess the required skill. If the cumulative value is equal or higher, you have a chance for critical success. The old man isn't much help. We'll try to find the Maquis ourselves. There's a large barn. Tricorder readings are off the charts. Definitely something strange about it. Alright, I'm guessing it really wants us to do this. It's kind of, like, yes, it's giving you choices, but with the tutorial and the hints, it's like, this is what we kind of want you to do right now. There's only one thing better to watch than Star Trek. Oh, flattery. Such flattery. Yeah, for something like this, being able to have a demo to try that's free is really nice, because this is like not like anything that I've ever, not just the fact that it is Star Trek, but this type of game. So let's go for a critical success. Try to find a way to break the illusion. You've already played through the demo twice. They try to disrupt the energy field, causing a flicker in the air, but before they can break the illusion, the people from the field burst in, wielding farm tools as weapons. Nothing like a good pitchforking, right? The old man appears and reveals the barn is illusion, which we already knew, including a tattooed man and a half-Klingon woman lie on surgical tables. Sometimes you have to make major decisions that have a large influence on how the story proceeds. These decisions are marked with a golden outline. These people must be the missing Maquis. Okay. Wake up the half Klingon woman. That seems like a bad idea. She's gonna get testy real fast. Alright. I mean, it doesn't help that we know these characters and we are super familiar with these characters and know what their personalities are like and what may or may not be the consequence of doing certain things. Yes, feedback on my Discord server, as always. Always, always. Tom rushes towards the tattooed man, hoping to shake him awake. As he reaches out, the old man stops him, a look of concern on his face. Before Tom can react, a blinding white light fills the room and everything goes blank. No injury bonus. Okay. Captain Janeway anxiously awaits the return of her away team when Tom Paris unexpectedly materializes behind her. What happened on the array? Captain? What happened over there, Mr. Paris? We lost contact with you for several hours. We were there only for an hour, right, Harry? He was just beside me. Then he's still on the array, but why were you released and not... The Maquis are hailing us, Captain. Putting them on screen. Commander Chakotay of the Maquis, my chief engineer, B'Elanna Torres, is missing. Is she with you? No, Commander, one of our own is also missing. It seems we share a problem. It would make sense if we solved it together. 3 of us will beam over to your ship. Despite Janeway's invitation, the arrival of Chakotay and his Maquis crew on the bridge is fraught with tension. Both sides remain wary as they prepare to discuss their shared predicament. Ah, Seska. Oh, Seska. Captain, this is Seska, one of my engineers, and Tuvok, my... Oh, I know who he is. I'm glad to have you back, Tuvok. As am I, Captain. Commander Chakotay, I must inform you that I was assigned to infiltrate your crew. Were you going to deliver us into their waiting hands, Vulcan? Love how he's just automatically back in uniform. It's fine. Correct. However, I assure you I performed my duties aboard your ship to the highest standards. Because of course. Charming. Are you forming a Maquis Traders Club, Captain? You win some, you lose some. Let's focus on bringing Torres and Kim back from the array. We can't get back inside. They've sealed the entrances and are blocking incoming hails. Tuvok, get down to engineering and find a way to bypass whatever's jamming our communications. The ship's status remains critical. Repair protocols are imperative. We require resources and the engineering office to mobilize additional workforces. Prioritize life support, secure core decks, and restore Deck 5 functionality to gain access to the engineering office. To be able to supply power to a room, activate the life support unit of the corresponding deck. Each life support unit consumes energy, so plan accordingly. Okay. Okay, so these are... Got it. Okay, cool. Life support for the decks. Okay. That makes sense. Switch on. Restore to Deck 5. Engineering office is now accessible. And of course it's a mess. We'll have to fix it before we can even use it. Engineering office, sickbay. What else do we have? Wait. Phaser control room, science laboratory. How much? This is how much energy we have. Okay. 33 consumption, not 100. Okay. Repairing it requires 2 cycles. Repairs in progress. In the show, how did the Maquis know where things were on the ship? You get to roam free, given Starfleet weapons. But Tuvok was in his uniform. Not that you look for inconsistencies. I mean, when you have a ship, like, because it's a class of ships, so the schematics are, you know, decently well known. Like, the layouts, if you studied them at all, you would kind of know a little bit. And yeah, you have to suspend some belief a little bit. And as far as Tuvok having his uniform, I mean, replicator, so, you know. Until completion, it would be logical to scan all planets in the system and gather more supplies. Okay. Okay. Can we... Aha. Here we go. Class M star. Brand new ship. This is true. The Maquis would not have had access to layout with it being a new vessel, but it makes the show for you with story plot holes. I'm like, yeah. Okay. Let's go. Let's go do that. It'll take us 2 cycles to get there, which, you know, it's not repaired. Provides up to 1 work team required to perform repairs, construction, and hull repair. Total cost after activation. Okay. Engineering office fully operational again. We have an additional work team to carry out 2 tasks simultaneously. Building or repairing rooms, even clearing rubble, occupies work teams. To be able to carry out several tasks at the same time, obtain additional teams by building or upgrading engineering offices. Okay. What I forgot to do. Oops. I forgot to do a thing. It's fine. It's fine. Obtain additional teams by building or upgrading roofs. Okay. Logically, we should now focus on Deck 2 and the mess hall to ensure the crew's food supply. Okay. Morale bar. Of course. It's a people management crew. We have to manage people. If morale falls to 0, the crew mutinies and the game is over. Life support restored on Deck 2. Access to the mess hall is not possible. However, it has sustained extensive damage, of course. Emergency rations currently deployed. After repair, the crew can access replicator rations again. That's what I want. I want a replicator so I don't have to cook. Although sometimes I want the choice. I don't want to only have replicators. I want the choice for those times when I don't have the time to cook. A replicator would be awesome. But I want the choice. I also want to be able to cook. Because I do enjoy it. You just realize it is but a dream for you to live in the Trek universe. Computer and program. Exactly. Exactly. Oh, the holodeck. Yeah, that would be, like, of anything to be, like, VR is kind of becoming a big thing. But it's like, until it is something more like the holodeck, where you've got that immersion, that's going to be where it is for me. Like, the having to wear the goggles and all of that, and even with the feedback suits, it's like, nah, not so much. 3 cycles to repair. Until completion, we should address crew accommodations. Ruined rooms must be cleared. To free up new building space, remove the remnants of the old, select a room, give the order to clear out the debris. Clearing this room will give you some resources back. Nifty. Yeah, we were trying. Alright, use the tractor beam. Yes, please. And thank you. Lost due to full storage. Okay. Well, I guess we didn't need to do that anyway. Keeping it, you'll have to remember to... Okay, that's full. Okay. This is... Zoom back out here. Talaxian axial freighter. What's this? Deuterium. Okay. Deuterium. It's also deuterium. Must find. There it is. That's what we want. Let's go grab that. You'll be Ben Cisco and cook it real style. Nice. Sounds good to me. Okay. Look at that. Look at all the crew. Mess hall repairs are complete. Look at them sitting there eating the rations. Sadly, the holodeck has been ruined by lower decks and the filter clean-out thing. I mean, you try not to think about it too hard. Pentad, hello, how are you? It's good to see you. Could I change my follower goals from 750 to 747? Because it's your favorite play. Well, you know what? When we hit 747, I will take a screenshot just for you. Just for you. Oh yeah, Lower Decks is fun. I'm actually a little bit surprised that I enjoy Lower Decks as much as I do. Given my view of what Star Trek should be, I was not sure that I would like it. Because it kind of puts a different spin on it, with it being more of a lighthearted, comedic side of it. But I enjoy it. It is a lot of fun. Little bizarre, little weird, little off kilter, but it's good. I mean, they gotta do what they gotta do, I guess. Switch to replicator rations now. It would enhance crew well-being. With every cycle, your crew consumes rations. You can always use emergency rations, which don't require resources but lower morale. Crews used to consume premium rations made by the replicator. Okay. There we go. Now issued replicator rations. Gotta have their premium food because of course. Kai, do you watch it? Things are excellently wonderful here. Pentad, how are you? It is good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Here we go. Okay. Please be successful. There we go. Reminds me of the PAX Day crafting. There's a chance. If it was good enough for Janeway. It is. It's better than a ghost. It is better than a ghost. That episode. Oh my gosh. Everybody knows what that episode is. You're well? Just enjoying a nice slow afternoon? Nice. That's good. Ruined room removal. Great. Poor Tom Paris having to sleep in the corridor. To build new rooms, select an empty building space to bring up the construction menu. Okay, work teams and resources. Every room needs a corresponding area, so plan accordingly. Okay. Borg technology, combat, crew, maintenance. Emergency quarters accommodates 10 crew. Sick bay, holodeck. And the rest of that is locked. Officers' quarters. Of course the officers' quarters come last. Alright. Guess we'll go with emergency quarters. Crew select for the ship. Each room requires personnel. Keep this in mind. Okay, it's building that. Wait, we have a call? The caretaker is calling. The caretaker is calling. Gives another meaning to the chainway maneuver. Oh my gosh. The array's jamming signal has been neutralized. We should be able to establish communication. Let's hope they respond. Hail the array. Who's this? Why are you bothering me? Oh, it's you. Why are you back? Why don't you have what I need? Remember that voice, Captain? It's the old guy with the banjo. Though he seems a lot less jellyfishy back on the array. I'm Captain Janeway of the Federation starship Voyager. We mean you no harm. We just want our people back. Your people? Your people are no longer here. They might have what I need. You'll just have to leave them. Alright. Appeal to his humanity. Tell us where they are. 40% chance. 30. Try to intimidate him. That's not gonna work. Let Chakotay talk. He's been there. Or do we just go with the 100% chance? Still feels very demanding. I mean, it is Janeway. She's gonna have a demanding demeanor. Let's see what Chakotay has to say. You're gonna go back to being a good boy. I mean, only if you feel the need. We won't do that. We've struggled for too long to be pushed around. Return our crew, or you'll find out what the Maquis are capable of. The struggle for survival is a heavy burden, but I have no time for this. There just isn't enough time. Time for what? To ensure their survival. Whose survival? I hope you're not talking about our people. No, your people just may hold the key to their survival, and I must hurry. You're stealing my time, don't you understand? I don't have time, not enough time. It all comes down to time. We've been cut off. It's getting us nowhere. We need to find our people fast. You managed to extract valuable information, Commander. I commend you for that. Captain, if I may. I have observed that the array has been sending energy pulses towards the 5th planet of the neighboring system since our arrival. Given the lack of information regarding our missing crew's location, investigating this planet appears to me the most logical next step. It's the only lead we have. Thoughts, Commander? It seems our paths are intertwined, Captain. Let's use this opportunity to find our people and bring them back. I want you at the helm for this one, Mr. Paris. Let's find our people. Set a course for the 5th planet of the neighboring system, maximum warp. Sector map shows the entire sector with several star systems. You can either travel directly or scan the system first, then select a specific POI to visit. Okay. This is where we need to go. Oh, that's not how you do that, but sure. Alright. Interstellar Cloud, Class Y. Tyrium. Still need a lot more of that. I'm curious if we can only harvest one at once and then do it again. Receiving a hail from an unidentified vessel requesting assistance. Risk to send an engineering team to perform repairs. Let's just do this because we can't carry that much anyway. Yeah. Transmit the necessary data. They were able to correct their course. They were appreciative and sent over a medium amount of supply of resources as a gesture of thanks. Neat. Okay. Let's go grab some of this loot. Can't escape the looting in any game that we play. Found an abandoned ship adrift in space. Powered down but structurally sound with sealed storage compartments. We could destroy it. Oh, we'll just go with that. There we go. Space loot goblin, exactly. Alright. That's full now. Alright. Okampa. We reach our destination. Orders. Continue. For those of you who play games like this, what is it about them that, like, this style of game, with the choices and the space and team management in this type of interaction format? What is it about it that you like as opposed to games where it is more of an active interaction? This is more of a passive interaction, I guess, is kind of what I'm trying to say. Like I said, it's a step back, it's an overview. You're in charge, but you're not actually you're not part of it. Like, what is it about games like this? An interactive book style game? Yeah, that's a good descriptor. There we are, Captain. I might say, what a ride. Voyager handles like a dream. Responsive, agile. Don't get too carried away, Mr. Paris. Following the caretaker's energy pulses, Voyager discovers a desert planet with a harsh, unforgiving landscape. Are Harry, Kim, and B'Elanna perhaps being held in this place? What's so special about this ugly old space rock? Hey, it's a desert planet. Don't knock it. Do a general scan. See what we can learn about this planet. It's all the basic characteristics of an M-class planet, but no ocean, no river, no nothing. There are settlements. Strange, but intriguing. Prepare. It's Arrakis, right? Somebody doesn't want them saying hi. Captain, a small ship is approaching. They're hailing us. A peculiar alien with a mischievous grin greets Voyager from his chaotic vessel. Neither Starfleet nor the Maquis have ever seen such a species before. Perhaps an inhabitant of the Delta Quadrant. It's Helix. Open fire. Oh, Neelix. Sometimes he's fine, sometimes he's very annoying. Greetings, looking for something on this dusty old rock? Would we find anything, Mr. Neelix? Never seen a ship like yours. Let me guess, you were whisked away from somewhere else in the galaxy and brought here against your will. Sounds as though you've heard this story before. Thousands of times. Well, hundreds of times. Maybe 50 times. But the caretaker has been bringing ships here for months now. The caretaker? That's what the Okampa call him. He probably snatched some of your crew too, right? They're likely down on the planet with the Okampa. But Captain, it's a tricky place. Dangerous. You could use a guide. But of course, a guide needs a little, you know, compensation. Sounds fair. Wonderful. To be honest, I've had it rough recently. These pesky void voles have been nibbling away at my supplies. Some food and water would be most welcome. Photon torpedoes full spread. Is that your attitude towards Neelix? Is this what we have to say? If you help us find our missing crew, you can have all the food and water you want. It's a deal. Neelix recruited. Rebuild Voyager and explore the system or skip cycles until Neelix is ready to talk, because of course. Alright, let's see. No, you just like being evil to Terran Empire version. That's fine. That works. Okay, battery compartment. Engineering office. Shield generator. Room. Battery compartments are probably going to be important. What do we have? Okay, yep, let's do that. Life support is disabled for this deck. Right, so we need life support here. Missing resources, we need more. We need titanium. Okay. Whoops. That's not what we want. Alright. Small but stable spatial anomaly. Okay. Don't waste a torpedo on Neelix. Phaser will get the job done. That's fair. You should have food, but you cannot be bothered to make anything serious like. That's fair. That's very fair. Alright, well, let's see what else we can gather here. Alright. What else can we repair? If we can't repair those yet. We have 0. I guess let's see what we can do with the holodeck here. Nope, we still need that. Okay. Advanced research required. Research production. Unlocking new tech tree tiers. Okay. I guess let's... Oops. We're gonna skip a cycle. There we go. Is Neelix ready to talk yet? basically full on all of that. Field. There we go. Oh, the caretaker's calling. What will my ship be named? I don't know. I'm so bad at naming things. I really am. I am horrible at naming things. Try Cobalt Torpedo. Maximum yield destroys atoms. I did name my car. I did name her Gambit. So I have named my vehicle. The poor thing. Hopefully next week we'll get all that taken care of. What about the USS Gallifrey? I mean, it's too on the nose though. See, that's the thing about naming things is yes, there are a lot of cool names out there, especially with all of the different fandoms and nerddoms that I enjoy. But a lot of the times they're just too on the nose. They're too expected, you know. What a delicious meal, a culinary masterpiece. I've never encountered such a tangy but comforting, smooth yet vibrant concoction. What was it called again? Tomato soup. Oh, now I want tomato soup and grilled cheese. Tomato soup with tortellini in it? Yep, my car's name is Gambit. Yep. Tomato soup. I'm something of a culinary wizard myself, you know. My Alfarian hair pasta bowl is known for its bold, mouth-watering taste. I'm pleased you're enjoying yourself, but we need assistance now. Ah, yes, your missing crew. Scan the southern continent and look for a range of dead volcanoes. At their foot, you'll find a Kazon Ogla encampment. USS Time Lord Victorious. One Kazon sect of many. They control this part of the quadrant. They're a bit difficult, but with the right approach, even they can be reasoned with. That you said the Okampa had our people. The Okampa do have your people, it's just finding them is a bit tricky. My old pal, Maj, might know where to look. He's a nice guy, a bit gruff, but he owes me a favor. Alright, send a team down. The Dawn Treader? Yeah. The Voyage of the Dawn Treader. Exactly. You'll accompany them, Mr. Neelix. Usually name your car Hungry Hugo. Madness returns unless it's a Galaxy X and it's Bad Girl's Dream. Ah, that works. Okay, who do we have? Oh, apparently Kim is not coming. Looks like these are going to be the challenges here. So we're going to go with Chakotay and Tom. And we'll see how this goes. The away team materializes in a small valley between the dead volcanoes. The sun burns down on them mercilessly. The air is hot and dry, and sandy wind whips into their eyes. Oh yeah, it is Arrakis. How about that? Our tricorders are malfunctioning, probably because of the energy impulses. How do we get our bearings in this dust bowl? Struggle through to a vantage point. Orient yourself. Using his survival skills and the position of the sun, Chakotay determines cardinal directions. Navigates the team through the rocky valley, eventually reaching a rocky ledge, gaining a better view of the surrounding area. In the distance, they spot the Kazon settlement. The wind is picking up, and a massive sandstorm is approaching from the south. Hey, Shellen, how are you? I mean, it's interesting. It's interesting so far. It's not like anything like the gameplay style. It's not like anything I've ever played before. So, I mean, it's interesting. And it's knowing the show and having watched it so many times, it's like there's nothing really new to discover. So it's all based on figuring out the gameplay. Like there's nothing new to discover. You know what the story is. So it's just it's interesting. It's interesting. I haven't formed a solid opinion yet. Most interesting name heard for a ship was a British oceanographic research vessel. The public was asked to name her, and the winner was Bodie McBoatface. Is this a text game? Would it be called a text game? I feel like to have a descriptor of being a text game would be more like the old, like quest games, where you type in what you're doing. Or pick choices from a list kind of thing. So, I don't know, I guess in a sense, yes, sorta, kinda. Personal fantasy for being the captain of the Voyager and the trip home. Of course it is. Alright, I guess we're gonna build a temporary shelter and try to get both of these guys to do the thing. Work together, you two. I know how much you love each other. The team quickly gathers rocks and wood, constructing a makeshift shelter. They huddle together after what seems like an eternity, I bet, especially if Neelix talks the way he does. Slightly battered but unharmed, and sets off in the direction of the settlement. Sometimes certain approaches for away missions bear additional risks. Failing such a challenge can result in injuries or even fatalities. So do everything different and see the shit show unravel. Right? There you go. Do things differently. Make it come out different from the show. That works. It was actually, they actually christened it Bodie McBoatface. And I thought some of my names were non-unique. We'll let Neelix do the introductions because he said so. Not that we trust him, hardly at all. Neelix bounds forward, greeting the Kazon in his usual boisterous manner. Women and children seem to recognize him, but their expressions are skeptical rather than welcoming. Tall Kazon emerges from the settlement. His face darkens. In the background, a badly bruised young woman who looks nothing like the Kazon, but more like a human with pointy ears, peers around a corner. Wrong kind of pointy ears. Back to work for you on a couple hours left, but good luck. Finish up work. Hope the rest of it goes smoothly. It would seem the British sense of humor is alive and well. It would indeed. Alright. Assure them you have no bad intentions. Sure, we'll use them both. Because why not? There we go. Critical success. The away team calmly explains their peaceful intentions, emphasizing their desire to find their missing crew. Diplomatic approach eases tension. The Ocampa live underground. Their access controlled by the caretaker. As proof, Jobin points to the bruised woman he is holding as a slave, explaining she is one of the few who have managed to reach the surface. When suddenly Neelix grabs a phaser, he points it at Jobin and demands for the Ocampa girl to be freed. It's the only thing that keeps you going. It's your sense of humor. Alright. Tactical retreat. Love how Tom is not involved in any of the... Sure, we'll wear these two out. I really kind of want to shoot them all, but the away mission, or the away team raises their hands in a gesture of peace, slowly backing away. Furious at Neelix's impulsive action, recognizes the away team's intelligent attempt to de-escalate, allows them to retreat. Okay. Safely back on Voyager, Neelix surprises the rest of the away team as he and the rescued woman kiss passionately. How deep does the relationship between the two go on? What did everybody think of Kes? She's the there's a lot of dislike for Kes. Didn't I promise to save you? I knew you would come for me, my love. Oh my gosh. You lied and endangered my crew. This is not how trust is built, Mr. Neelix. He was desperate, Captain, but I understand. I want to repay you and your crew for saving me. Access to the underground city is controlled by the caretaker. There's a tunnel, but the caretaker sealed it with a security barrier. We may be able to transport through the barrier if it had the slightest breach. A transporter signal amplifier would be necessary. Caps, can you help us once we've located the breach? Of course. That's another thing wrong with this. She's only a year old. Yeah, I mean, well, there's a difference between biological age and maturity, though, like, because of the species difference. But yeah, I get the point. Alright, we have things to do. Someone get started on that transporter amplifier, a signal amplifier. We'll go to sickbay and have you examined, except sickbay isn't fixed yet. Alright. Sickbay. Repair. Science laboratory. That's full. It's still pretty full. Alright. There we go. Beautiful. The science lab is back online. We can start researching the signal amplifier. Research and analysis. Assigned hero. Technology. In progress. 3 cycles. Assign a hero to the room to receive an efficiency bonus. Okay. One more cycle for sickbay. Yes, let's go to sickbay, but you know, we gotta wait a couple of days for it to be repaired. Sick and injured crew will be placed in the sickbay automatically. Increase the efficiency of the sickbay by assigning a suitable hero. Initiate emergency medical holographic program. Ah, they spelled program like the proper way. Love it. With no other options available, my favorite character of the show. With no other options available, Captain Janeway activates the emergency medical hologram. Shimmering figure materializes in sickbay, ready to provide critical care. Please state the nature of the medical emergency. Our chief medical officer is dead. You have to take care of sickbay for now, and this patient. I see his eye is hanging out. Okay, but make sure you turn my program off after I'm done shoving it back into place. Right. I'm a doctor, not a... insert other occupation here. There's no need for concern. I'm capable of treating an injury or disease, a broken ulna, a few minor bruises and grazes, nothing I can't handle. You are in the most capable hands. Thank you, Doctor. That's very kind of you. Expect you to do your best. I'm programmed for optimal medical care. What else would I do? Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a patient to attend to and a sick bay to reorganize. Beautiful. Gonna have to upgrade the warp core soon. Main deflector. Tier 2 is locked. Can't do it yet. Okay. Oh. Still 2 sickles. 1, 2. There we go. Access the tech tree to research new upgrades. This way you can upgrade rooms, unlock passive bonuses. Certain technologies first require an upgrade. Okay. You've made a little story in your head, making Voyager more comedy-based to fill in the boring times. Now is the winter of our discontent. Research report. Transporter signal amplifier. Blueprint. Alright. The blueprints for the signal amplifier are complete. However, to start production, you need to repair the workshop. 3 cycles, because of course. Alright. Science. Combat. Borg. Okay. Deflector. Resource analysis. Already researched. Okay. Explore the texture tree. Right, I did the thing. Cargo bay, already researched. Okay, I see. Got it. It has to be there. Reveal this technology to learn more about it. Research. Sure, why not? Okay, we can only have 1 at a time. Okay. Good. Ever since human turned up on Earth. Warp speed, Captain. How's work going, Kai? Make a portion of strawberry skewer with... Ooh, your food sounds so amazing. Come cook for me. I mean, that's not even cooking. That's just making food. Cycles. Morale. Minus 800 morale. Need some more emergency quarters, I guess. Alright, let's... We can repair the shield generator. For sure, why not? Let's grab some more. Emergency quarters, I guess. Not enough work teams. Hire more in the engineering office. Okay. Add work team. Can we add a work team? That's not what I wanted. Sure. Finish that, I guess. It's fine. Whatever. Let's go grab some more supplies here. Hey Rush, how are you? Good to see you. Thank you so much. Good of you to be here. That's what you're told, but you know, sometimes people just don't know what they're talking about. You promise not to make it over crispy when you... That's fine. Alright, let's go get some more stuff. Try to keep in mind the official winter motto of the state of Minnesota. It could be worse. You say that when it's snowing heavily, there's already 3 feet of snow on the ground, and the weather forecaster just said another 3 feet's on the way. Hey, if you're gonna have snow, it might as well be good snow like that. Workshop prepared, Captain. We can start production of the signal amplifier. Okay. Crafting in progress. 3 cycles. Right, repair parts of the mining station to mine some resources. Yep. Damn. 3 crew got injured. Because of course they did. If you come to the States, you'll need to meet some actual Cajun food makers. Mexican food makers. I can hook you up. I can hook you up. Oh no, just go down to the southwest of the States. Don't have to pop all the way over the border. It's definitely a very slow game. I guess if you skip cycles, it goes a little bit faster. Okay, are we... Did it do the thing? Nope. That's not... Yep. 7 cycles. Okay. So... Guess we can get back to work on that. Okay. Craft. Oh, craft it in the workshop. Okay. still one more signal. Okay. One more cycle. That's where it was. Signal amplifier has been completed. Sorry, we got stuck for a second. You literally just noticed. I forgot to put it on before we started, but yeah. It's there. I remembered it. Hey, Dano, how are you? It's going good. It's going very good. Did I mention the S word? The Southwest. Down where the food is good and the weather is warm, and seems like all across the South, like Southern food, Cajun food, food in the Southwest, so good. New Orleans, yeah, exactly. Exactly. 40, hey, thank you so much. How are you? It's good to see you. Welcome in. Parlez-vous français? Alright. It'd be wise to make haste back to the Okampa. Alright. Exactly. Exactly. Alright, need to address the lack of quarters. Yes, we are trying to do that. 40 cycles. Build enough quarters to inhabit all of the crew. Sure. We've reached our destination. Sorry, I have the hiccups now. You're back, Dark Lord? Nice. It's interesting. It's an interesting game. I am. I was born in Arizona. Yep, lived there for quite a while. Born and raised. Born and raised. Okay, we're gonna need commands. Cass is going. Science. So we need Tuvok. And I guess we'll take Neelix too. That's just waiting for disaster. I know, so weird. Who really, you know, would want to anyway? Ich spreche kein Dutch. Deutsch. Speaking the Deutsch. Upon materializing near the tunnel entrance, a group of Kazon is already there, tinkering with the security barrier in frustration. As soon as they notice the away team, they reach for their weapons but hesitate. Careful, one of them shouts, don't let them butter you up. Captain, the Kazon seem to be more cautious this time, but they're still ready to attack. What are our orders? Attempt to negotiate safe passage using a previous diplomatic success to build trust. Of how these two that just escaped from those guys are the ones that are... Use a transporter module to create make a harmless object disappear, causing a distraction. It's a waste of supplies right there. Alright, fine. Talk them out of it, you two. Oh wait, you're British. You listen so you can make sure your invasion plans work. Hey, that's fair. Critical success. Still suspicious are persuaded by the diplomatic efforts of the Wei team. We've reached the tunnel entrance, using the transporter signal amplifier now to find possible breaches in the security barrier. We'll use these two. carefully scanning the barrier. After a tense few minutes, they locate a small breach in the energy field. The tunnel opens into a breathtaking sight. Embedded into a large cavern, a futuristic environment with smooth white walls emerges in front of the away team, glowing in a warm white light littered with patches of green. The Okampa City. Sounds like a plan, never sure. It's a maze of streets and chambers. How should we proceed to find Harry and Balana? Let Kess do the thing. Please work. Damn. They refuse to help, not wanting to interfere with the caretaker's plan. The away team is forced to rely on other methods to find their crewmates, eventually locating a medical facility. They find Harry and Balana awake but disoriented. Instinctively reaches for a weapon. The ground starts to shake violently. A message from Captain Janeway cuts through the joy of reunion. The array has apparently repositioned itself and is now firing at the tunnel entrance. Clear a path through any debris or obstacles. Yep, go. Run. Using the phasers to blast away debris and create a safe passage, they dodge falling rocks, collapsing ceilings, ensuring everyone escapes safely. The connection is constantly being interrupted. We can't beam out like this. Let's see. Yeah, he's not gonna know anything about that. At least failure is minimal. Interference pattern quickly recalibrating the transporter amplifier, allowing the away team to lock onto the beam and materialize safely back on Voyager. Nobody was actually injured, so, you know, it works. Harry Kemp breathes a sigh of relief while Balana Torres eyes her Starfleet rescuers with suspicion. Maquis engineer struggles to understand the sudden alliance. Why is Kemp breathing a sigh of relief? He's always so tense. That's right, because he was the one that was down there. Okay. Miss Torres, welcome aboard. It's good to have you back. Make some chicken egg fried rice. Sounds good. What kind of oil do you use for your fried rice? Reporting for duty, Captain. Didn't think I'd ever see Voyager again. It's good to be back. What the hell is going on here, Chakotay? Since when are we cozying up to Starfleet? It's a long story, Balana. Just say we had to compromise to get you back. We share a common goal, getting back home. Anything you learn on the planet could help us. Why were you sent to the Okampa? Mention that you might have what he needs. Can you make sense of that? Do you use olive oil? That works. I'm okay with that. We woke up covered in strange ulcerations. The Okampa said we were sent away to prevent some kind of plague. Except we weren't sick before we met the guy. They said the caretaker had sent others with the same disease, but they didn't recover. I did. I ate some lunch. I also still have snacks and trail mix and cookies. But I did actually get up and eat lunch. You missed it. It's my trail mix, dear. It is not yours treats. Every time I get stuff out of the bag of trail mix, they think it's their snacks because it's the same shaped bag. You heat it slowly. You don't have to heat it quickly. A lot of people use too high of heat because they want it done faster. Just keep the heat a little bit lower and bring it up to temperature slowly. Exactly, you can't rush it. Cooking something at a higher temperature doesn't mean it goes faster. Captain, their condition is unusual. It appears to be a cellular disruption caused by the introduction of foreign genetic material. Their bodies are rejecting it, rather violently, I might add. They're fortunate. A few more days and the cellular disruption would have been fatal. Foreign genetic material for what purpose? An excellent question, Commander. It appears to have been introduced deliberately, though why anyone would want to inject them with incompatible DNA is beyond my comprehension. Prognosis? Already started the treatment. With my expertise, they should make a full recovery. There's now enough evidence to form a reasonable hypothesis. The caretaker provides for the Ocampa, yet remains on his array. It's logical to assume the provisions arrive through energy pulses. They have increased in frequency since our arrival. Now he destroyed the access tunnels. In addition, he frequently mentioned running out of time. The caretaker has sustained the Ocampa for millennia. Why the sudden urgency? It's illogical. My conclusion is that he does not intend to continue his role as caretaker. The doctor's discovery further confirms my hypothesis. The caretaker is enacting measures to safeguard the Ocampa for as long as possible. They will run out of energy eventually, so he seeks a successor, one capable of ensuring his life's work. This explains the abduction and subsequent testing of individuals from various sectors. I believe that the caretaker is dying. If he dies, how the hell are we supposed to get home? We have to return to the array before it's too late. Skill. Yeah, skill is involved too. But well, yeah, some foods do. It has to be done at a specific number, but in general, like if you're in a rush to do something and you just want it cooked faster, like heating oil for doing whatever, or, you know, cooking eggs or, you know, just random stuff like that, that you just want to try to rush through it, just tossing it in at a higher temperature doesn't, or turning the flame up higher isn't the thing to do. Given the caretaker's reluctance to cooperate, a more assertive approach may be necessary. That overgrown energy blob won't send us home, we'll blast our way out. Phasers, torpedoes, the whole shebang. A bit of tactical planning is in order. Shields first, then phasers. Good thing I've already started on the shields. Alright, phaser, control room. Torpedo launch bay. And phaser control room. How are we doing? Need some more of that. Gonna need some more of that. Okay, neat. You pay 100% attention. Yeah. And the 3 secret ingredients. Practice, practice, practice. Exactly. Phaser control room. Torpedo launch bay. The offensive and defensive capabilities have been restored, Captain. We're as ready as we'll ever be. Let's show this quadrant what we're really made of. Alright. Fly back to the array, because why not? Here we go. Got a major problem brewing down in engineering. Deuterium levels are critical. Ship won't last long without a refuel. Alright, let's grab... Looks like if we've already mined it, we're not gonna get the stuff back. Because of course not. Let's run that really quick. No! Completely out of material. Without warp core, only emergency power. Yeah. We goofed. It's fine. Damn. Destroy the vessel and salvage the debris. We can use our, We'll give it a shot, because why not? There we go. Happy about the fulfilled promise. See? We know what we're doing. You're excited to see me play this type of game? It's interesting for sure. It's definitely interesting. It's very different. It is. What do you guys think of it? Is it, engaging? Beautiful. Oh, no. Damn. Did not think that went all the way through. That was a mistake. That was a mistake. It's okay. It's fine. You like it? Sense of heaviness upon the crew's spirit. Being stranded in the Delta Quadrant has taken its toll. A small gesture like improving quarters, better meals, or time on the holodeck might boost morale. Here, do that. We've reached our destination. Orders. Right, exactly. That's what I was thinking, is if they would have voiceovers and how they will run that. So with the type of game that it is, though, I'm kind of thinking they probably won't. Seems we were expected. They're probably not calling to chat. We'll have our radars manned. You'll have support if this turns into a fight. Excellent idea, but let's see what the Kazon have to say. Don't think your silk tongue will work this time. Silken tongues. All we care about is getting home. We'll beam over to the array and see if we can arrange that. I'm sure you have another fancy speech prepared for the entity, but I won't allow it. We have no dispute with you. Of course not. Rather talk your way into getting what you want. We have no intention of challenging you. Not as gullible as you think. The array's power is mine. We can we discuss this like two civilized? Yeah, no. He's disconnected, Captain, and they're powering up their weapons. Battle stations. Red alert. Each combat counter, you may choose up to 3 heroes to utilize their specific strength and abilities. Click on to select new heroes. Okay. Voyager and the Raider versus carrier support vessels. Use cloaking. Let's do coordinated attack. And sure, why not? And hack their shields. Voyager will fight semi-autonomously. Phasers are fired automatically, torpedoes manually. You control the ship by opening the command menu and deciding how to approach the enemy.
What are your orders, Captain?
Okay. What? Ah. And orders. There it is. Hello, fly. Order your ship to try and attack or defend. Opening the command menu. Okay, yeah, it's down there. Right. Okay, here we go. Offensive, defensive. Weapons, shield, warp core. Engines.
Moving to attack the front, Captain.
Target reached. Okay. Open the command menu at any point in combat to give new orders.
Shields down, Captain.
One of your shields is dangerously low. Switch to defensive. Holy crap, this is very interesting. Very interesting. Alas, you have to go. Alright, thanks for hanging out for a little while, Pinto. Appreciate it. We'll see you next time. Absolutely. Hey, Fuzzy, you're finally off work and headed home? Awesome. Awesome. The best defense is an overwhelming offense. Yeah, right?
Moving to defend the starboard side, Captain. Shields down, Captain.
Okay.
Moving to defend the aft, Captain.
In battle, the hero's abilities can be activated either by selecting them with the mouse or pressing the number keys. Blue countdown.
Ability ready, Captain.
Sure.
Ability ready, Captain.
Okay, so how do we fire torpedoes?
Moving to attack the front, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
Actions, shield repairs. Warp core shield engines.
Moving to attack the front, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
This is very interesting. I'm not sure. Okay, there's the torpedoes. Be fired manually. Shift. Effect is negligible against shields, so make sure you fire from right angle.
Enemy shields destroyed, Captain. Enemy is surrendered, Captain.
Of course they surrendered.
Enemy shields destroyed, Captain.
Okay.
Ability ready, Captain.
Where are they? Win. Hurrah, we won. Okay. That was interesting. I think, like, I don't dislike it. It's very, very different. Because it's not as necessarily interactive and immersive, there's not that constant focus. I don't know. Pushed them back, but it was a close call. Our crew got beamed off in time before the raider exploded. You're strong, but their strength in numbers have called for our reinforcements. This array will be mine. I guess we don't have much time. Well, aren't you persistent? Need you to send us back to where we came from. Impossible. I've barely enough strength to complete my work. I must protect the Okampa. If I don't, the Kazon will steal their water. They won't be able to survive. Send us home. You dragged us into this. You need to send us. Jabin's reinforcements have arrived. Try to access the array system to transport us to the Alpha Quadrant. I'm fading. Time is up. If you leave, the ray will be left to the Kazon. They will annihilate the Okampa. You must destroy it. We'll be stranded. Please protect the Okampa. What is right and what is easy? The caretaker fades away, collapsing into an inert crystalline form. Janeway is now faced with an impossible choice. Return home to the Alpha Quadrant, leaving the Okampa defenseless, or sacrifice Voyager's return to ensure their safety. The clock is ticking. You keep reminding yourself it was a demo. The Kazon are closing in. Shall I try to access the primary control systems to send us back? I'm curious, like just out of morbid curiosity, if we can access the control systems. Protecting the Okampa would violate the Prime Directive. My responsibility is to this crew. We're going home. They deserve a chance to live. 60% access chance. I mean, it's like, I don't know. I'm gonna, yep. It's my ship, Commander. Tuvok now. Attempting to access the primary control systems, Captain. Because I'm curious. I'm curious what happens. Transit program initiated. The array is ready. Engage. Janeway makes the call. Voyager will return home. Tuvok activates the caretaker's technology. A blinding white light engulfs the ship. Uncertainty hangs in the air. Will it work? Will they make it back? The crew braces for the unknown. Voyager materializes in the Alpha Quadrant and the familiar starts a welcome sight. But the joy of returning home quickly fades as Starfleet and the Maquis meet eyes. Just moments ago they were allies, united by a common goal. Now back in familiar territory, the reason for their alliance has vanished. Of course, we just pulled Neelix and Cass out of there. I mean, I was curious what would happen. Like, I have expected it to fail and be like, yeah, no, that's not gonna work. You have to keep playing the game. We're back. We actually made it. You abandoned the Okampa, left them to the Kazon, another powerful enemy preying on the weak, just like the Cardassians. I won't apologize for putting my crew first, Kote. If you remember, the only reason you and I formed this alliance was to get our people home safely. And now we're back to being enemies. Is that it? No, we're gonna let him go. We'll let the Maquis go. I've been through the lot. I can't ignore that. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to make a full report to Starfleet Command about how the Maquis regrettably evaded our attempts to apprehend them. I've saved Voyager, best captain ever. Like, if I do decide to get this and actually play through it, I'll play through it. But it was just, it's, you know, with it being the demo, just kind of trying to get a taste for what this gameplay really is. I don't know. I return to the bridge. I trust you and your crew will have made yourself scarce. What are you waiting for? Let's get out of here. Consider this a parting gift. Goodbye, Captain. It's a breach of Starfleet protocol. Logic dictates that they should be held accountable for their crimes. But gets killed by the Jan Hadar in the war. I mean, can't win them all. We owed it to them. We owed them a debt. They helped us get Harry back. They fought alongside us against the Kazon. Without them, we wouldn't have made it back home. Fail to see how a debt justifies compromising Starfleet security protocols, Captain. What they did in the past doesn't matter. They saved my life. Won't complain about their help either, but the thought of going back to New Zealand, not exactly my idea of a happy ending. Maybe you could pull a few strings for me with Starfleet? Yeah. Made you a promise. A certain pilot with your unique skills might find a place for himself on Voyager sooner than he thinks. Music to my ears, Captain. Seems our adventure has come to an end. Set a course for headquarters. Time for a coffee break. All right. Well, that was very interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to think, like, just kind of dwell on it a little bit and about this type of gameplay and see, keep an eye on it, see how the game develops and what other kind of immersion you get with it. Again, I think if it was something that I didn't already know the story, so there was some sort of discovery to it, might make it a little bit different and a little bit easier to be like, okay, this could be fun. So it's interesting. It's interesting. I don't hate it. But yeah. Right? It's an alternate timeline. We like creating alternate timelines. So, alright, let's see. What time is it? It is 2. What else do we have? You know what? Let's... I don't know what we're gonna do next. We are going to... We are going to hop into Elden Ring next. The very first Souls game that I ever played. So, hop into that, give you guys that show. I'm definitely not going to start a new character. I will just continue on with the character that I already have. And we'll see how that goes. There we go. This is one of those games that need a pile of rocks to skip. This is one of those games that I play with a controller. I tried to do this one with just the keyboard, and it didn't work very well. So, controller it is. Seven becomes Borg Queen and assimilates the Federation. Doctor becomes the lithium miner. Here we go. The screen yells for a pile of rocks to skip. Yeah, kind of does. We do have an ad starting in a couple of minutes. I do appreciate you guys hanging out through those ads. Made the gap as big as I could, so the ads are just a little bit longer.